Hi, Kimberly. So you've got a great event coming up on September 10th. Do you want to tell folks a little bit about it?
Sure. Thanks, Cheryl, and good morning. This is a collaborative event with efforts put together from folks from the Gun Institute, Plant and Soil Science, and the Agency of Agriculture, as well as Extension. So a lot of us are involved with planning this. And we're addressing the concerns that about the compatibility of multiple uses of the same parcel of land. And mainly what we're looking at here is the land under solar arrays. So is this land that, where these solar arrays are placed, can it also be used as for grazing sheep? And for pollinator plants, a protected place for some of these plants that pollinators prefer. And all this going on while we're absorbing the sunshine for energy use. So it's kind of amazing to think of, all these stacked enterprises, one on top of the other on a finite piece of land. So we need to explore, whether they're compatible, if they can work together and how that works. So there's been a little bit of work here and there on it. Since we started, entertaining questions a number of years ago when many solar arrays were being built on prime ag land. And there's a lot of questions being asked, if this was the wisest decision on using this land for, solar arrays and taking it out of agricultural use. Um, then we start seeing some, explorations of people, trying things out, like growing some crops under there, and most recently trying to use grazing animals for maintenance instead of mowing machines and using fossil fuels. So this is an event to bringing in folks who are familiar with different aspects of all of this. The energy folks, utility people, they need to maintain a certain level of cost, so for their maintenance. Um, and then grazers, sheep grazers, and the expenses involved with bringing the animals to a site and then removing them and the care of them while they're at that site. And then how does that work with the plants that are growing there? If we're, you know, keeping plants that are pollinator friendly plants there and we want to protect them, is that going to work with grazing animals? So these are all the questions that have come up in the last few years, and it's being quite hotly debated, actually. And we're going to talk about it. And we have different people speaking, and then we will be open for discussion to hear. Anybody who's attending the event can hear. And we've also put in a couple of virtual tours, since, of course, with the pandemic, we can't go to the sites as we had originally planned. We do have some films and a little bit of, still photographs of these places where some of this is already happening. Should be a great event.